We decided to call this album Creation Room because it took us back to our roots.
'Cause now the time holds the key and has the answers we've been searching for. It's the key we are bound to lose.
We spent 3 months recording, just the three of us, in the same room that we began in 1992. We wanted this album to have the influences from the South American rhythms and beats.
It's a kind of a psychedelic pop mixed with a big band atmosphere.
It was challenging and really exciting.
It was quite clear to us that Before You Go would be the opening track in the album.
Before You Go has samples of the different aspects which appear in the rest of the album.
I have many things to say. Before you go, don't walk away. Before you go, we must sing in the rain. Before you go, I just want you to think. You can misrepresent a thought behind it, but don't waste your time, please never fool your heart.
They're fantastic guys. You know, they've got an incredible story. It's quite inspiring actually listening to them talk about how they've got to where they are now, coming through all these different countries and all the different influences that they have, experiencing these different cultures. It's actually their 4th album, so they've already got a successful music career, but to actually make it in England now and to make that effort, yeah, it's just an inspiring project, and I'm quite excited about working on it. And unlike a lot of other bands, it's just like, here's the music, have a listen. There's this whole story about where they came from to be here now. There's a lot more about this band than just writing really good music. You know, I think overall the whole thing is quite an amazing story. So from that perspective, to get to work with a band like Chapa is actually fantastic.
We decided to start writing in English during a tour in Spain in 2006.
We felt we could convey our sentiments in English too. I like to see music from different perspectives and divide it in stages. First of all, I come up with the melodies and harmonies, and then I focus on the feelings it brings, which in turn brings me to the lyrics.
The three brothers, Marcos, Diego and Felipe, are no strangers to the music scene, having first formed in 1993 in their native country of Brazil. As child artists, they often wowed adult audience members as Solo de Garagem, which we now know as Chapa.
We grew up in southern Brazil, in a town called Bagé.
We started when we were children, playing at a music competition in our school, which we won. So that was the start of everything.
It was really exciting.
Our first gig was in 1993. I was 10 years old. It was epic. I remember we were playing on a bowling lane, literally.
We were just little kids playing for the first time out of the garage, and I remember Philip's drum kit started falling apart. Of course it was a crap second-hand drum kit, but our friend helped him put it together, and Diego and I just kept playing, looking to each other.
Yeah, it was really funny. We always laugh when we remember the gigs at that time.
I'm glad we started playing soon. We grew up with this strong connection with music as part of ourselves, and we have been playing for so many years together that actually we communicate better with music than words.
In 2002, the brothers found themselves in Rio de Janeiro and were exposed to social poverty in a way they had never known before. Injustice, discrimination, violence and financial poverty surrounded them in stark contrast to what they knew in southern Brazil, which profoundly impacted their songwriting.
Rio's natural beauty is outstanding.
It's impossible not to be galvanized with that scenery.
We met loads of musicians, songwriters, people from the music industry. We were discovering ourselves as artists.
At the time we were finishing school and university and writing about these intense and powerful experiences.
In 2006, in our first tour in Europe, we drove around Portugal and Spain.
We played 17 cities. We got lost 100 times trying to figure out the maps, camping. It was a great time.
In 2008, the guys returned to Portugal to release their album Outro Dia. They made several television and radio appearances and played in music festivals throughout the year.
It was just a couple of months after signing with this Portuguese label that things started to turn.
We played all over Portugal, in the Azores Islands.
It was amazing. Our song on the radio. Our first concert was in a music festival for 15,000 people. Everything happened very quickly in that year. I really enjoy living in London.
It's such a nice city, so many things going on.
So many gigs, art galleries.
It's amazing.